Well, it's pretty busy. I got here and it's pretty busy. The lake is magically beautiful. Um, I've been pumping and pumping things into the lake, and it is so beautifully starting to pay off. There was a guy that was on a boat out at the lake. So I'm at Lake Paris. I'm at Lake Paris in case you didn't listen to my other video. I only go to Lake Paris, but in case you don't know. Um, so I'm at Lake Paris. I'm very excited and happy because the lake is just monumentally beautiful. Just a monumentally beautiful, precious lake. It's really pretty. But I had worked and worked and worked with my powers to make Lake Paris the most remarkably beautiful monumental lake ever to exist. And I wanted Lake Paris to reflect the great men who have watched over the lake forever and the great man who took care of the Native Americans and the lake in the area. And so I come out to the lake and I work my ever loving God level butt off trying to spectacularize the water. And it's starting to pay off. The lake looks so beautiful this morning. And so see, it's worth all the work you go through as a god. And by the way, if you're experts, if you're an expert at checking Lake Paris, you will realize it's magically, unrealistically different than it's ever been. Yeah, it's from me transforming the lake into what would be the dreams of the fish. The fish is a good little boy and girl, too, that deserves the power of God, the love of God, and the amazing gifts of God. Because out of the abundance of their good little boy and good little girl self, they deserve good things. So I'm really happy. It's paying off. And there's a guy, and he was in a boat recently on Lake Paris, and he was just flying his boat around on Lake Paris. And all of a sudden, one of the fish said, "Hi, I love you." And he heard them. He heard the fish say, "Hi, I love you." Because the fish found out from an angel that the man on the boat was a child of God. And the fish likes to talk to the gods and angels about so many human, beautiful people that save animals and save dolphins and help fish and animals get help when they get trapped or in danger. And so he wanted to tell his little child of God daddy that he loves him. So the little fish swam all the way to the top like a cute little cartoon movie and asked the angel when he could talk to the baby child of God. And then he poked his head up and said, "I love you." And the guy in the boat said, "Did a fish just say I love you?" Hopefully the angel explained it, but yes, indeed, that was the fish. And the beauty of the power of God that I have to bring the gift of song and life and communication to a little precious, beautiful fish to save their heart and soul for when the child of God or a good person flies by in the boat and share what beautiful things a fish would share with a human if they had something to say. I thought it was just so precious and so cute. So I'm at the lake. I got lucky and got a pretty good, decent spot that I like. I like to just sit and watch the atmosphere. There was snow. There was snow on the mountains last time, so I don't think I'm gonna put a tent outside. I don't like to be cold, but I like a tent when it's warm. Um, at the rest stop at the rest stop by the truckers, it's starting to get warm at night. So when it gets a little warmer at night, then I'll truck out with the tent. But until then, I'm already good at being warm inside of a car. And the cars are so much warmer inside than a tent. So, but yeah, I had that little blue tent. I've made videos with it before, so I had that little blue tent. But we all decided we hated the tent. Why? It's a really tiny little blue tent, but it doesn't fit in the bag. I hate when you buy a tent or something and it doesn't fit back in the bag. We can't get it to fit back in the bag. And we need a tent that's just really, really tiny, because like that's you can't just cart big things around in the trunk when you have a job and stuff. I get half of the trunk for one black big bag that's my whole existence in a bag right now, as we are moving out for the summer pretty soon anyway. After that, you're taking up too much room and people need to put their stuff in the trunk. So I have to find like the world's smallest tent that actually goes back in the damn bag or whatever, so I can hide it in such a tiny corner that it doesn't take up any space, so people wouldn't be upset. People put up with one big black bag because it has my stuff to clean the windows and stuff with Armor All and all kinds of stuff, so they put up with it. But like after that thing, so if anybody has any ideas, really tiny tent that fits into a little bag, but fits back in the bag every time, and something I can shove into a little tiny corner. Cause yeah, I'm thinking I might be able to actually camp out in a tent. I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold so bad that I just can't take it. I love tents. I love to camp out, but I hate the cold, so I have to wait till it's warm enough. So I'm here at the lake. The gods and I have decided angelic. So our topic at the lake is going to be angelic topic for everybody that we use the power of God to bring here. And I got those little fancy drinks. All of us that are friends, so all of us that drink, all of us that hang out, have little drinks, have our little meetings, do our little stuff. Like, we love those drinks where it's all put together for you. I found them in the desert. Or, well, no, it wasn't the desert. I found them in Moreno Valley. Look, where they put the drink together. Me and my friends are in love with the YouTubes. These are on the YouTubes, and they're so popular. They're so flippin' popular. Everybody loves these freaking things. And, this is this one. And then I did this one already. So I'm about to drink this one. And then this one. And then it had this Bailey's. We all love Bailey's. I'm not really good at White Russian, but a lot of my friends like White Russians. I just like the fact that it's kind of like a milky, fun drink. So I mixed it all together. I'm about to drink them and tell you how fun these mixed together drinks are. Me and my friends have a hard time finding them. In the desert, they don't have mixed drinks like this on every corner. A lot in fancy spots like Palm Springs. So if you go into like fancy Palm Springs or something, you might find them on every corner. I don't know. We haven't looked that hard in the fancy spots, but me and my friends stop at liquor stores whenever we're going to grab something to have a little hot toddy equivalent before we go to sleep or whatever. Anyway, and we have not been able to find these fancy cups and big pitchers that have all the stuff for you. And we watch those YouTubes, and we watch the YouTubes and the Facebooks about putting all these drinks together, and it just looks so great. It looks so great, like a fancy bartender made you a perfect drink. That's like all you gotta do is pour it all in and enjoy the drink. So I'm gonna enjoy the drink and tell you if it's really as beautiful as we think when we watch the videos. My friends in San Diego, sometimes they hate the drinks, but sometimes they love the drinks. So I don't know if Moreno Valley makes them different, but in San Diego, you might buy one of those and be like, whoa, this is so good. But you might buy one and be like, why did you put all this together? According to my friends, because I'm not going back there. Okay. Important. This is very important. Children of God, a monumental husband that carries my powers 24/7, 100%, did some overwhelming stuff to the children of God last night to sober everybody up, help people to understand the end of the world, what day and time it is, and understand a little bit about the dangers of reality and life out there. So For all of you children of God, when you went through something in the middle of the night and it was kind of weird, that was me helping my husband, a monumental wealthy. So I have a husband who's like a guy that runs a country, owns a country. So there's a husband. He's kind of like runs a country kind of guy. So he's like a guy who runs and owns a country. Because I don't know how to explain it. So he's sickeningly wealthy and powerful. And he, in his wisdom of running things, in his severe wisdom of taking care of things, he said, Bonnie, the first thing we have to do is grab the children of God and help them to understand. Because children of God are like all children. They're going to walk into death or do something stupid. You have to sit and kind of snap them out of it, snap them into reality, and walk them through life. So we started last night. And so I did some stuff with my powers, but you guys are going to be used to that because I'm the mom. And then I did some stuff with my powers inside of that husband. So it's a mixture of that husband's powers and my powers. That's something new that we haven't done before. So I knew you guys would be a little bit overwhelmed as children of God and want to ask us, like, what did you do to us last night? That's what happened. And so that way you guys know. If you guys want to talk about it, my queen, or just talk to me over here. I'm just gonna sit at the lake till tomorrow. The gods are freaking out about these countries and need to focus on these countries. So I just said I'll just go sit at the lake because it's kind of nice to hang out with the fish, the animals, the people, and so and I could have picked a room or the lake, but I just really felt like being one with God and nature, reality. It's the essence of my existence, and it's in a place I just feel like being. So I'm going to try to just really drench in the power of God. Try to drench in meetings or big talks or anything important anybody wants to talk about or whatever. So if you guys want to talk over here, but if not, my queen. And I'll keep you guys posted.